So you want me to tell you how to get the highest paying orders on Uber Eats? Like what, $10+, like $15 orders on Uber Eats? What is it? Because I've done thousands of deliveries on Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, Amazon restaurants when that was still a thing. Is it because that's all I do here? I help you make money in different side hustles like gig apps and stuff? Is that why? Okay, I'll tell you, but I need to ask someone first. I know a guy. Okay, ChatGPT, what do you got? Deliver during peak times, lunch and dinner rushes, perfect. Focus on high demand areas, perfect. Optimize your acceptance rates by cherry picking offers so you're only selecting the best, highest margin offers.
It already knows everything you're gonna say.
This is all they need to know. It's already there.
Looks like it's time to pack up the camera.
Looks like all they need to do is go to ChatGPT. It's really that easy, isn't it?
Maximizing tips, good customer service. Yeah, work during surge pricing, but when is there surge pricing? Multi-app for best orders. Driving on different apps at the same time. That's what I say. Accept larger and more expensive orders and stay near popular restaurants. This is good. Yes, it is good. And a lot of that is true. Simply doing that may get you the highest paying offers as an Uber Eats driver, but take it from a human, there's more than that. You have to know what's coming and what's new specifically for 2025. Let me tell you. The first thing that's coming in 2025 is the same thing that we saw initially mentioned at the end of 2023, and it really started and grew in 2024. This is going to be a thing not only on Uber Eats, but most of these delivery platforms. It is grocery and retail offers for you as the driver. Expect more of those. Like this Instacart partnership. This is directly from Uber's quarterly earnings calls. They say, we've partnered with Instacart. That is huge, getting customers access to nationwide orders from hundreds of thousands of restaurants using an Uber Eats interface. It's not just that though. Uber specifically mentioned in their quarterly earnings calls recently, grocery and retail merchant selections. They're expanding Vitamin Shop, GNC, Save-A-Lot, Rite Aid, alcohol deliveries as well for nearly 1,000 locations across 8 US states. So yes, it's good to wait near restaurants, but you now in 2025, you're gonna have to think about, well, do I want to do grocery shopping? I'm going to use my Uber Plus, the prepaid card, the same thing that DoorDash has with their red card. Do I want to do that? Is it going to be efficient time-wise? But at least anecdotally, you can share here. I've gotten good tips on Shipt and Instacart grocery shopping because you're doing more work, like what, 30, 40, 50 plus items. And it's not just Uber expanding their now 1 million partners, merchant partners on their platform, 1 million, but understanding more and more people are using Uber. These monthly active platform consumers in Q2 2024 reached 156 million. That just means the people that are using the Uber platform every month. But what about this though? Talking about your earnings, and there's something in these earnings directly from Uber. It says supporting earners, drivers, and couriers, obviously they have mobility as well, in addition to delivery here, earned in aggregate, that just means totaling those earnings from those two, 17.9 billion, including tips during the quarter, with earnings up, every time I say this, earnings are up, how do you feel about this, to 19%. Year over year. Additionally, though, look at this. In Q2 2024, just recently, at the time of filming this video, our platform supported a record 7.4 million monthly drivers and couriers. We just got insight to how many drivers and couriers Uber is adding to the platform every month. Look at this. A quarter prior in Q1 of 2024, Uber said this, 7.1 million drivers and couriers earning 16.6 billion during the quarter, et cetera, et cetera. So they added 7.1 Q1, 3 months later, Q2, 7.4. So they added 300,000 drivers and couriers, or 100,000 drivers and couriers every single month. That's, I assume it's not delineated any other way, that's globally How do you feel about that? Does that mean that even on the micro level down to your specific market, there's more competition, even if it's 0.2, 0.5% more driver supply in just your market? So to get the highest paying orders, I'm talking like $10+ at least. We know that we're looking out for more grocery, retail, and alcohol deliveries. We know that people are using Uber, both mobility and delivery, more. So more people are using it, and they're using the platform more every single month. So frequency is going up as well. So they're taking more rides per month, and they're placing more deliveries per month. But here's the thing that our friend ChatGPT didn't tell us. To get the highest paying offers, you also need to judge your own risk tolerance in your marketplace. What do I mean by that? So yes, we're following best practices. We're driving during busy times, maximizing our tips. If it's a hand it to me, trying to have good customer service, understanding just trends, which we can't even predict anyway, fully as far as trends, day to day, week to week. We can have a basic understanding Thursday through Sunday. Typically, dinner rush is the busiest time, but there's no guarantees. Risk tolerance is how risky can I, or in this case, you be with declining an offer. So let's say you get an offer that's $9, and we'll assume all of the margin is $2+ a mile. So it's always going to be a good dollars to mile payout here. Can I decline the $9 offer for a $12, $13, $14 offer? That's my risk tolerance. If I decline a $7, $8, $9 offer trying to get $11, $12, $13, how long would you wait to actually get it? And waiting 4 or 5 more minutes to get that high paying, super high paying offer, is it worth it? Versus if you just took that initial offer and continued to take offers in that hour. You can follow all of these strategies. And there's one more thing that I kind of alluded to. It is just flat out luck, because I can decline the $7, $8, $9 order and I'm just like rolling the dice. I'm hoping I'm doing everything right, following the best practices, Mike. I'm waiting in a good area. It's a good time of day, and I could just get unlucky. And I've had shifts where I decline decent orders and that big one never comes in. So let's talk about my last point here. It's capitalizing on new features, obviously multi-apping like we saw there, multi-apping, certainly driving on different apps here. But here's what's coming from Uber Eats in 2025. We've seen a beta of the copy of Earn by Time called Flat Rates. Earn by Time on DoorDash is seemingly getting more and more popular. You get paid per active hour when you accept to when you deliver that. And it's the same thing. It is a mimicked carbon copy basically called Flat Rates on Uber. And they also have an active time boost plus pay incentive as well. So if you're in a certain zone, you'll get the additional pay. It's the same thing as DoorDash's Earn by Time peak pay, but this time it is a boost plus, they call it, active time pay incentive. Now, there's also certain programs which are acceptance rate based, and Uber is piloting said program in the mobility space, kind of walling off higher paying orders against a certain minimum acceptance rate, a la a similar program that you've heard of probably on DoorDash. I'll track that for you. Right now it's on a very, very small pilot called Advantage Mode in limited markets. But to summarize, yes, follow the best practices that we saw from our colleague and computer friend there at the beginning of this video, but understand the new stuff that's coming on Uber Eats that will give you more options. Shop and deliver. There are trip filters if you don't want to do shop and deliver. Grocery convenience, alcohol retail, and I'm hoping we'll see even more options in 2025 from Uber Eats. And then remember, I'll say straight up, there's no easy like $6 some, even $5 surge pay anymore. The surge pay is a per delivery bonus. At least I don't see it. If you're a new driver on Uber Eats, let me know if you see surge pay. So I feel like in 2025, and this echoes with like DoorDash and Grubhub and most of these as well, we really have to be surgical and understand the absolute best practices to do at all times and multi-app. That's what's going to get you the biggest orders. But is it going to be on Uber Eats? There's no guarantee. That's why you get a multi-app follow this stuff and hope in part that you get the highest paying orders, right?